Hello everyone and welcome to Eorzea Armoire, a series about the background of some of Hydaelyn's more epic and dense weapons, armor, and artifacts. We'll be investigating the lore of these items both within Final Fantasy XIV and the Final Fantasy franchise in general, as well as the amazing and sometimes obscure real-world people, events, and artifacts upon which they are based. There too, forever wandering near, is seen swift-footed Hvergelmir. He on Lerid's foliage feeds, and annually prolific breeds. Fast in Hvergelmir's tide, dewdrops down his antlers glide, whence winding through the porous earth, augmented rivers take their birth. Unique among the magic practitioners of Eorzea, the Black Mage draws her power not only from the native ether of Hydaelyn, but also from the void, the otherworld beyond the veil of the ethereal sea. It is to fit this theme that so many Black Mage weapons have been named from literature regarding underworlds or unearthly realms: Stardust, Lunaris, Lilith, and now Hvergelmir. It is also common for many Eorzean concepts to be taken from Old Norse Eddic poetry to provide names for the vaguest associations, but I do not think that Hvergelmir is anything so arbitrary. It is in fact a hint at the structure of the void and the mental journey of the Master Black Mage. Hvergelmir is mentioned once in the 13th century recording of the older Lay of Grimnismal, and a handful of times throughout the Prose Edda, so whilst its nature and purpose is clear, its exact location is imprecise. When we piece it together, the primordial world of Niflheim, the world of darkness, beneath the roots of the world tree Yggdrasil, is by most accounts where Hell makes her home, and keeps the innumerable dead that have not been taken to Valhalla. It is the lowest level of Hell, Niflhel, that hosts this deep well known as Hvergelmir, and it is at the bottom of this well that we find Nastrandir, the corpse shores, where Nidhogg devours the murderers and oathbreakers and gnaws on the roots of Yggdrasil. Immediately we see the significance of the Black Mage's anima as an embodiment of Hvergelmir, the deepest well of the deepest pits of the deepest hell of the world of darkness. And we know too well the dangers that Black Mage's past have faced just by skimming the surface of the void, let alone plunging into its darkest depths. The lure of this power has driven many to madness and destruction, the Miyachi being the prime example. It is also the pursuit of one such ambitious man and his cult followers on which the Black Mage Heavensward quests focus, and in fighting fire with fire, the Warrior of Light finds herself warned again and again by her allies against the corrupting influence of these dark powers. They witness the destruction which the cultists bring on themselves with their imperfect wielding of the Void's ether and mistake it for a lack of control and discretion by the Warrior of Light in combating them. Their concern makes it clear that none but the greatest mind in focus and willpower could ever hope to descend so far into the practice of void magics with their sanity intact. The depth of Hvergelmir in the Nordic cosmogony implies something similar here. The Black Mage that reaches for Hvergelmir is making the greatest descent possible into the realm of black magic, and subsequently the greatest possible risk. If we return to the 26th stanza of the Grimnismal with which we open this episode, we see another fascinating parallel between Hvergelmir and Eorzea. Cottle translates the final line with some poetic license as augmented rivers take their birth. But once we examine a variety of other more literal translations, whence all waters rise, whence come all the rivers on earth, thence all the rivers run, thence wend all the waters their way, we see a curious pattern here which echoes the way Silvertear Falls in Mordona is described as the wellspring of all magic and water. I believe that the core of this illusion is that the void, like Hydaelyn, has at its heart an ethereal wellspring, a mirror and equivalent to Silvertear, into which only the most powerful and disciplined Black Mage might descend. When the Black Mage's anima takes the name and form of Hvergelmir, it becomes a sacrament of this connection, and the most potent possible conduit between the mind of the wielder and the black heart of the void. It is a weapon that bequeaths mastery and draws from a near unlimited pool of destructive power. and this conduit will only grow more steady and powerful as both the Black Mage and the Anima Hvergelmir grow and evolve over the course of Heavensward. And that's all for this week's installment. Thanks as always for watching, and feel free to leave your thoughts and requests below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends to support the channel. Until next time, I'm Ethis, and this has been Eorzea Armoire. Hi everyone, Ethis here, and I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Thanks for checking it out, and if you have just a moment longer, I have an exciting announcement for an upcoming event. Some of you will know of Eskalia from Limit Break Radio as a staunch champion of transgender support and empowerment, and on Friday the 11th of March, LBR's Twitch channel will be host to a special charity stream of Final Fantasy IX to raise money for Transgender Michigan, which provides counseling, community services, and political advocacy. I think it's a pretty admirable cause, and I hope to see Eskalia get a great turnout. Even if you can't lend any financial support, it should be a very entertaining stream, and everyone that tunes in will be helping to give this event the exposure it deserves. So that's Friday, March 11 from 5 p.m. EST on twitch.tv/limitbreakradio, and I hope to see you there.